The Himalayas, a majestic range of mountains that stretches across 5 countries. A formidable fortress of nature, it stands tall, a testament to the raw, untamed power of the earth. Home to a myriad of unique flora and fauna, the region is a living, breathing testament to the diversity and resilience of life on our planet. But the Himalayas are more than just a geographical marvel. They are a spiritual sanctuary, revered in countless cultures and religions. Temples, monasteries, and shrines dot its rugged landscape, silent witnesses to centuries of pilgrimages and spiritual quests. A place of beauty and mystery, the Himalayas have been a source of fascination for centuries. It is here, in its icy, desolate wilderness, that our story begins. The legend of Bigfoot, a creature of mythical proportions, has been an integral part of folklore for centuries. Its origins, steeped in mystery, tales of this elusive creature have echoed through the ages, from the tribal chants of indigenous people to the whispers in the modern scientific community. Sightings and evidence of Bigfoot's existence, such as oversized footprints and blurry photographs, have stirred a whirlpool of debates among scientists and enthusiasts. Is Bigfoot a living, breathing creature inhabiting the remote corners of the world, or merely a figment of our collective imagination? Regardless of the truth, the legend of Bigfoot continues to captivate us, a tantalizing enigma that intertwines the realms of nature, mystery, and human curiosity. The allure of the Himalayas is undeniable. They are more than just towering peaks and icy slopes. They are a testament to the Earth's raw, untamed beauty. For some, they offer the ultimate challenge, a test of endurance and courage where every step is a struggle against the elements. For others, they are a haven of biodiversity, a paradise for photographers and nature enthusiasts teeming with unique wildlife and breathtaking vistas. And for the seekers, the explorers, the Himalayas are a journey into the spiritual and cultural heritage of ancient civilizations, a pilgrimage into the heart of humanity's collective history. From mountaineers to monks, wildlife photographers to wanderers, the Himalayas continue to draw people from all walks of life, each with their own reasons and stories. In the heart of the Himalayas, where the snow envelopes the earth in a sparkling white shroud and the air is thin and sharp, whispers of a creature, a beast of mythical proportions, echo. Some call it the Yeti, others know it as Bigfoot. This is no ordinary narrative of adventure and exploration. No, this is a chilling account of 5 distinct souls who vanished into the icy wilderness, each bearing a unique chapter in this tale of mystery, their stories interwoven with intrigue and suspense. First there was Andrew, the fearless mountaineer from Australia. Fueled by an insatiable thirst for conquering the world's highest peaks, he had meticulously prepared himself, both physically and mentally. The excitement in his eyes was palpable as he prepared for the ascent, ignoring the ominous caw of a raven, a sign his tribe believed spelled doom. Next was Lily, an ambitious researcher from the United Kingdom. Her relentless curiosity for the unknown had led her here. Poring over ancient texts and maps in her preparation, she was electrified by the prospect of discovery. Yet, she dismissed the recurring nightmares of a beast in the snow as mere stress. Third, we had Ethan, the rugged Canadian survivalist. His love for the wilderness had drawn him to these chilling heights. His gear was always ready, his spirit always prepared. The thrill of the unknown was what he craved, but the sudden, unseasonal snowstorm did not deter his determination. Then came May, a quiet historian from China. With a heart full of hope and a backpack full of research, she hoped to decipher the truth behind the ancient Himalayan folklore. She found joy in the preparations, in the gathering of texts and artifacts. However, her joy overshadowed the locals' warning about the forbidden trails. Lastly, we had Raj, a local guide, seasoned by the tales of the mythical creature. His spent in the lap of these very mountains, his preparation was an amalgamation of local wisdom and legends. But his longing to prove the existence of the mythical creature made him blind to the unease that the unusually quiet wilderness instilled. Their motivations diverse, their backgrounds varied, their preparations detailed, and their excitement palpable. Yet they ignored the ominous signs, their fates ultimately intertwined by the enigma of the Himalayas. Each went missing under mysterious circumstances. The echoes of their screams in the night, the inexplicable tracks in the snow, the empty tents and the possessions left behind as if they had vanished into thin air. The icy wilderness had claimed them, leaving behind only whispers of their existence. Our first traveler, a seasoned mountaineer, was a man named Phillip. A sturdy, robust man from the heart of Montana, Phillip had a heart that beat for adventure. He had scaled numerous peaks, from the Rockies to the Alps, each one adding a notch to his seasoned climbing belt. His training was rigorous, often waking before dawn to challenge himself against the unforgiving Montana terrain. He had a deep understanding of the nature, the weather, and the mountains, which was a result of his extensive research and physical preparation. His love for the mountains was unparalleled. They were his second home. His gear was always meticulously prepared, each piece carefully selected for the task at hand. For the Himalayan expedition, Phillip spent acclimatizing his body to the thin air and harsh weather conditions, going through countless simulations. His diet and sleep were strictly monitored to ensure optimal physical condition. But the Himalayas, they were a beast he hadn't tamed. A titan of a mountain range that held a reputation for its unforgiving terrain and harsh weather conditions. Yet he was determined to conquer them, not knowing it would be his last expedition. Then, there was Maria, a passionate wildlife photographer hailing from the sun-soaked terrains of Spain. With a decade-spanning career behind the lens, Maria had carved a name for herself as a visionary in the field of wildlife photography. Her portfolio was an enthralling panorama of exotic flora and fauna, ranging from the African savanna to the tropical jungles of Amazon. She had a special knack, an almost magical ability, for capturing the most elusive creatures on film, immortalizing their ethereal beauty in her frames. Her previous projects were a testament to her ability to blend into the wilderness, waiting for that perfect shot. Whether it was the fleeting glimpse of a snow leopard in the frosty terrains of Siberia or the vibrant splash of a hummingbird in the Caribbean, Maria captured it all. Every location she'd visited, every animal she'd photographed, had a story, a unique tale that Maria narrated through her pictures. The Himalayas, for Maria, were not just towering mountains but a treasure trove of unique species waiting to be discovered. Her fascination with the Himalayan wilderness was magnetic, pulling her towards its icy peaks and verdant valleys. She had meticulously planned her expedition, studying the region's biodiversity, preparing for the harsh weather, and gearing up with the best photographic equipment. Her passion for capturing elusive creatures was leading her to this new adventure. But, unbeknownst to her, she was about to become the subject of the frame of the most elusive creature of them all. Tenzing, our third victim, was a young Sherpa, born and bred in the biting winds of the Himalayas' grandeur. His birthplace, a humble village snuggled in the bosom of these formidable peaks, shaped his fierce love for the mountains from his earliest days. As a child, he'd make tiny footprints on the icy slopes, frolicking and imitating the calls of mountain birds. The craggy crevasses and snowy terrain weren't mere geographical features to him. They were his playground, his school, his sanctuary. Having scaled these majestic peaks more times than he could count, they felt like the lines on his palm, each path intricately memorized. His eyes, sharp and observant, could predict an avalanche miles away. His hands, rugged from the icy winds, could build a solid camp, even in the severe Himalayan blizzards. He was a beacon of strength and guidance for many mountaineers. Guiding was not just a job, it was a calling. The mountains were his heritage, his breath, his pulse. They echoed in his laughter, resonated in his silences, and pulsed in his very heartbeat. Yet, they held a sinister secret, a dark enigma concealed in their icy depths. This secret was an open whisper among the Sherpa community, the beast of the mountains, a creature of the shadows, feared by all. Tenzing had heard the tales of the creature from his grandfather, tales spun around the fireplace during the long, winter nights. The stories of the beast, the harbinger of death, whispered in the wind, echoed in the rustling leaves, and reflected in the villagers' terrified eyes. As a child, he'd had his own encounters with the beast, blurry figures in the snowstorms, roars carried by the wind. Every time he tied his boots, held his ice axe, and embarked on another ascent, the creature would gnaw at his courage, casting long and threatening shadows over his life. He would swallow the dread and press on because, to him, the mountains weren't just geographical structures, they were his destiny, his life. Unbeknownst to him, this secret, this beast of local legends, would eventually consume him, wrapping his existence in its cold, unforgiving grasp. Dr. Hannah, a distinguished professor of anthropology from the esteemed Oxford University, was an eccentric scholar who had won numerous accolades and international recognition for her groundbreaking work in the field. However, she was known not just for her academic prowess, but also for her peculiar obsession with the legend of the elusive humanoid Bigfoot. Dr. Hannah had dedicated every ounce of her life to proving the existence of this mythical creature. Her research, a fascinating amalgamation of anthropology, folklore, and zoology, delved deep into the heart of the Bigfoot legend. She had authored several research papers outlining her unique theories about Bigfoot's existence, its evolutionary trajectory, and possible habitats. One of her most compelling theories suggested that Bigfoot is a remnant population of Gigantopithecus, an extinct species of giant ape. She passionately believed that these creatures had managed to survive in remote, unexplored regions around the world away from human eyes. In her relentless pursuit of the truth, she meticulously prepared for an expedition to the Himalayas, a region steeped in Yeti folklore, a creature that she believed was a distant cousin of Bigfoot. Her preparations were extensive, ranging from studying the local language and culture to mastering survival techniques for the harsh Himalayan conditions. However, as she set foot in the snowy peaks of the Himalayas, little did she know that the truth she was about to uncover was far more sinister than she could have ever imagined. Robert, a thrill-seeking billionaire, was no stranger to the call of adventure. He was, in fact, a man who thrived on the adrenaline rush he obtained from his daring escapades. He had dived with great white sharks in the icy waters of South Africa, raced against cheetahs in the scorching savannas of Kenya, and scaled the ominous heights of the Andes. But now, he sought solace in the lap of the perilous Himalayas. As a magnate, Robert had amassed an extensive business empire that spanned from high-tech industry all the way to luxury real estate. His golden touch seemed to turn any venture into a successful one, giving him the title of a business mogul. Yet for all his accomplishments, Robert was not one to simply rest on his laurels. The Himalayas, with their towering peaks and punishing conditions, were a different kind of challenge. They were not a corporate boardroom, where Robert's wealth and negotiating skills usually allowed him to come out. Here, the only currency that mattered was courage, resolve, and a relentless will to survive. His wealth could afford him the latest mountaineering gear, high-altitude survival kits, and experienced Sherpa guides, but it could not guarantee his safety. In preparation for the expedition, Robert underwent rigorous physical training, acclimatization routines, and studied the topography of the Himalayas meticulously. Yet even with all these precautions, he was fully aware of the lurking beast that existed in the shadows of these mighty mountains, waiting to claim its next victim. These were 5 distinct individuals, each lured towards the towering heights and icy ravines of the Himalayas for their own unique reasons. Among them were dreamers, adventurers, and the ones lost in the realms of their own souls. They had contrasting lives, but the alluring allure of the mighty mountains brought their paths together. Their lives started to intersect when they gathered at the base camp, each hailing from different corners of the world. The seasoned mountaineer, the curious researcher, the ambitious photographer, the wanderlust-filled writer, and the spiritual seeker. Their worlds collided under the shadow of the behemoth mountain range. They shared stories around the crackling fire, their laughter echoing against the cold, stark cliffs. The ill-fated expedition started on a day shrouded in ominous clouds. As they climbed higher, the weather worsened, the terrain became treacherous, and the ominous silence filled the air. Their courage and determination were tested, yet they pressed on, tied together by the same rope of shared ambition. The days passed, blending into nights until one day they simply vanished. They disappeared into the icy oblivices, leaving behind a chilling trail of unanswered questions and unsolved mysteries. The echoes of their laughter were replaced by the haunting silence, leaving the world to wonder about their monstrous fate. As the news of the disappearances spread like wildfire, the world was stunned. The mystery of the Himalayas had taken a dark turn, and an international investigation was launched. Teams of seasoned investigators descended upon the base camp, turning it into a bustling hive of activity. 5 individuals, each with their own stories, their own dreams, vanished without a trace. The only evidence left behind was their abandoned equipment and the chilling silence. The voiceover intones as the investigators are shown combing through the site, their faces etched with concern and determination. The baffling lack of evidence only deepened the enigma. No signs of struggle, no indication of any natural disaster, and most puzzlingly, no bodies. The mountains were giving up no secrets, the icy winds whispering no clues. The local population, usually so stoic and welcoming, was now gripped by fear. The old tales of the beast that roamed the Himalayas, once told to scare children, took on a hauntingly real dimension. The villagers spoke of strange noises, fleeting shadows, and an eerie sense of being watched. The legend of Bigfoot, the abominable snowman, was no longer a mere fireside tale. The investigation only deepened the mystery, leaving more questions than answers, the narrator concludes as the scene fades out on a shot of the towering, silent mountains under a blanket of stars. The echoes of Phillip, Maria, Tenzing, Dr. Hannah and Robert continue to haunt these mountains, their fates forever intertwined with the legend of Bigfoot. The Himalayas, it seems, are not ready to give up their secrets. The enigma that is Bigfoot is a riddle that has perplexed mankind for centuries. Is it an elusive creature, capable of cunningly evading human interaction, a monstrous predator that strikes fear into the hearts of those who dare to venture into its territory, or is it a mere figment of our collective imagination, a metaphorical beast representing our deepest fears? We may never know. The various theories about Bigfoot span a broad spectrum. Some believe Bigfoot to be a descendant of a prehistoric ape surviving in the remote wilderness, while others hold it to be an alien creature, a visitor from another planet. There are even theories positing Bigfoot as a supernatural entity, a spirit of the wild. The evidence supporting Bigfoot's existence is intriguing, if not entirely definitive. Grainy footage, blurred photographs, unexplained footprints, and numerous eyewitness accounts certainly add fuel to the fire. However, the lack of definitive physical evidence, such as bones or DNA, contradicts its existence, casting doubt on the reality of the creature. The legend of Bigfoot has had a profound impact on popular culture, inspiring books, movies, and television shows. The creature has become an icon, a symbol of the unknown, and a testament to mankind's undying curiosity about the world's unexplained phenomena. One thing, however, remains certain. The Himalayas, with their towering peaks and treacherous terrains, hold secrets that are best left undiscovered. The echoes of Phillip, Maria, Tenzing, Dr. Hannah, and Robert will forever haunt these mountains, their tales whispered in the howling winds, their fates forever intertwined with the legend of Bigfoot. As the echoes of our protagonist's tales fade into the vast silence, the Himalayas continue to stand tall, their secrets guarded by the beast that may or may not dwell within their rugged terrains. The unresolved mystery of the disappearances of Phillip, Maria, Tenzing, Dr. Hannah, and Robert is a chilling reminder of the power and the mystery that the mountains hold. Each of these individuals, drawn to the Himalayas by their quest for understanding or adventure, have become a part of the enduring legend of Bigfoot. Their stories are now entwined with the folklore, their names forever associated with the enigma that is the beast. The Himalayas, in all their majestic might, serve as a symbol of nature's untamed power and mystery. They hold a mirror to our own insignificance and vulnerability in the face of the unknown. The legend of Bigfoot, as elusive as the creature itself, is a testament to the allure of the unexplained and the human propensity to seek answers where there might be none. And as the sun sets on the icy peaks, casting long shadows over the valleys, the echoes of the lost souls continue to haunt the mountains. The whispers of Philip's quest, Maria's discovery, Tenzing's heritage, Dr. Hannah's obsession, and Robert's challenge are carried by the winds, their stories forever etched in the heart of the Himalayas. The enigma of Bigfoot remains, a haunting melody played on the strings of the unknown, a song that the Himalayas will continue to sing long after we are gone.